reading, or first if you weren't here for the real first one, or third if I've read to you another time. I'm going to read 4 pieces. The first one is called For John and the Women. The second one is called A Ride to the Skipside Light Town, which I don't do drugs. And the third one is The Plight of Sanity, and the last is 99 lines with no punctuation. So I'll start with For John and the Women. I texted you this morning, and I called you after lunch, and I wonder how long it'll take me to take you out of my phone book. You don't reply like you used to, and I can't expect you to, but sometimes, when there seems to be yesterday's sun, I can feel a dim laughter beyond loss, and you come calling back just to tell me, never forget. Love lost is love lost is love lost, and sorrow wears black as often as it wears red, a veil as often as lipstick. Loneliness is loneliness is loneliness, and whether blue or green or gray, it will always whisper, never forget. Okay, and Patrick is pretentious. Okay, so the second one I'm going to read is it's actually on display. I don't know, maybe it is. I don't know. But it's called A Ride to the Skipside Light Town, and it was my feeble attempt at something more beat, something more 60s, 70s. So stick with me. A Ride to the Skipside Light Town. Woo the sister of the ever-funking drunken delight. A 90s version of a 70s night, too light out to be too late, but we'll all be gone by dawn. Freight train headaches, though they quake, can't stop our pace for insomnia. The pit stop, two talking inertias, building apartments for tiny heroes in our bloodstream. We've made the ride to the Skipside Light Town, and now there's nothing and everything left to do. A tried and true method to bring back sides of ourselves we thought we lost and forgot we ever knew. Civilized guys and uncivilized guys as we dance in a world of man and girl. Mixed tempos, thigh blasting, gyrating hips, dipping, slipping hands up slips to get our sexual kicks. Tonight, we're teens again. When the sun shimmies up the horizon and kisses the ocean for the second time tonight, we know it's on the rise. We lie down, tied down to next mornings and complicated more things. We'll put our ties back on and live the lives we've built to hide in. This next one's real short. I like it. It's called The Plight of Sanity. My fingers never think to tell me that they're frail, and my heart has never beaten that it's weak. My eyes have never told me to maybe try out Braille, and my knees don't write me notes on how they creak. But the mind, the plight of sanity, the mind will always tell us of its vanity. Okay, and bear with me, because this last one is that big. It's BA. I really think, and I like it. You don't have to. That's cool. We'll still be friends. It's called 99 Lines with No Punctuation. If you want to check it out, there's no punctuation. Okay. 99 lines with no punctuation. Someday, you will be the inspiration for a poem which people love and which I will hate. They will walk up to me in wingtip shoes because I will write for a new generation of hipsters who wear wingtip shoes and talk about recycling while they drive to faraway play rehearsals or rehearsals of lives they wish they could live to escape their wingtipped ones. They will walk up to me with my book in hand. This book will contain 138 selected poems. It will be called 135 Selected Poems because no one counts in the end, and people like their numbers like their lovers. These people with the loafers, or wingtips, I forget which. These people with the shoes will approach me, and I will see the book. And I will hope that maybe their focus will be on one of the other 137, and it will not be. Because I will have written the best poem ever, and you were the inspiration, and everyone will love it, and I will hate it. Popular musicians will record songs based on it, and in their award-winning acceptance speeches, they'll thank me for changing their lives, though they never read it and instead had their songwriters read this poem inspired by you, which they love and which I hate. This poem will have no contractions because I stand for art and not contractions. And in no way do I condone something which tries to be something it is not. And so I will refuse to put "it is" into one word and allow "is" to hide behind this apostrophetic freaking mask. I refuse to allow people to be blindsided by "is" because you will never understand what it's like to be blindsided. No one ever will, and everyone already does. And it's this big freaking joke, and so there will be a hollow metaphor which people in the shoes will grasp at and latch onto, and they will wear it on their heads and carry it in bags made of composite materials or from hemp. And maybe the poem will be made from hemp or something equally eco-friendly. So the people with the long hair can sit and read it with the people with the shoes, and they can both sit and mean something together. They can both sit and mean nothing together. They can just both sit and mean and mean and mean. And at times, the poem will drag. And the reader will wonder when it will end, and when they least expect it, and when they most expect it. I will end the poem in a manner which makes it all worth it, and it will make me famous. This poem about being blindsided or not being blindsided, or about grammar, this poem which you inspired, which I hate, which you love, which I love you. I hate love you. I love poem, hate you. I hate this poem. This poem. Someday, you'll be the inspiration for a poem, but for now, 99 lines about how lost I am now that you're gone will have to do.